Function f is defined by f of x equals to x positive 6 times x positive 5 times x positive 1. Function g is defined by g of x equals to f of x negative 1. The graph of y equals to g of x in the xy plane as x-intercepts at a, 0, b, 0 and c, 0, where a, b and c are distinct constants. What is the value of a positive, b positive, c? Okay, now let's consider this stuff. That is g of x equals to f of x negative 1. Now we have to get the x-intercepts of the function g of x. They are given in the form of a, 0, b, 0 and c, 0 here. Okay, now to get the function g of x, first the function g of x has to be known completely. But here the function g of x has been given in terms of the function f, that is f of x negative 1. Okay, now to get the function g of x completely, we have to find the stuff that is equivalent to f of x negative 1. For that, we can consider the function f of x over here. I mean, this is the stuff we have for f of x. Now to get the stuff for f of x negative 1, we have to plug in this x negative 1 for each x over here on the right side of the function f of x. Okay, now let me do it. That is g of x equals to x negative 1 positive 6, then x negative 1 positive 5, x negative 1 positive 1. I plugged in this x negative 1 for each x over here in the given function f of x. Okay, here g of x equals to, when I simplify this one, I am getting x positive 5. And here when I simplify this one, I am getting x positive 4. And here this negative 1 positive 1 will cancel. That is, it will become 0. We get x over here. Now to get the x-intercepts of the function g of x, what I need to do is I have to equate this g of x to 0. Now let's plug in this stuff for g of x over here. Then I'm getting x positive 5 times x positive 4 times x equals to 0. Here, the product of three quantities is equal to 0. Whenever the product of two or more quantities is equal to 0, one of them has to be 0 or all of them may be 0. Then only the product can be 0. Okay, now we can consider this one may be 0 or this one may be 0 or this one may be 0. Okay, if this one is 0, then we have x positive 5 equals to 0. And if this one is 0, we get x positive 4 equals to 0. And when I equate the last one to 0, I'm getting x equals 0. Okay, now let's solve for x in this one. For that, we have to subtract 5 from both sides of this equation. Positive 5, negative 5 will cancel out. I'm getting x equals to negative 5. Okay, let's subtract 4 from both sides to solve for x. This positive 4, negative 4 will cancel. I'm getting x equals to negative 4. Okay, here I got the values of x at where the graph of the function g of x intersects x-axis. Now we can write these stuff as x-intercepts, I mean points. So now let's write this one as a point. Then we have negative 5, 0. And for this one, we get negative 4, 0. And for this one, we have 0, 0. Now I got the x-intercepts of the function g of x. But already we have the x-intercepts of the function g of x over here. When I compare these 3 points with these 3 points, at the place of a we have negative 5. At the place of b we have negative 4. At the place of c we have 0. And our aim is to find the value of a positive, b positive, c. Okay, let me find the value of a positive, b positive, c. Let's plug in negative 5 for a, negative 4 for b, and 0 for c. Okay, here when I combine negative 5 and negative 4, negative 9. Negative 9 positive 0 is negative 9. Here I got the value of a positive, b positive, c, that is negative 9. We find negative 9 in answer choice B. The correct answer choice for this question is B.